Bailey, stop staring at me. It's like another person that's staring at me. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have here my fiance John.
Hey guys.
And today we will be talking about my birth story and his reactions while he does my makeup. So they induced me when I was 41 weeks and 3 days. I came in at about 8 in the morning. Was it 8?
I think it was like 6 or 7 a.m. I thought.
Oh yeah, 6 or 7 a.m. It was March 18th of this year. You got something there?
I'm looking. I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, I got stuff.
He's never done this before, so it may take him a while. So they had me come in, and I basically got into a gown and everything, and they put an IV in me, and they set me up with Pitocin, which, if you don't know what Pitocin is, it's a drug that helps induce labor. It tickles. And at first the Pitocin didn't really work, so it took a while for my contractions to really kick in. And
Oh, wait.
I don't think it goes there.
No. Whatever. Getting black eye.
It started working around probably like 11 or 12. Then labor like my contractions. Did you just lick your finger?
No, I didn't.
Why is it wet?
Oh.
And once my contractions started to get in a regular pattern, I was laying in bed and they had me put a peanut ball in between my legs, and I was laying on my side. It's kind of like an exercise ball, but it's shaped like a peanut, and it kind of just holds your legs apart so that the baby can move down faster. When I first went in there, I was about 4 centimeters dilated and 70% effaced. So I was walking around and I was just making laps, and I think I did about, how many laps do you think I did?
Like 3.
Like 3 laps, and my water broke. This was probably around, what time would you say? Maybe like 4 or 5?
4:30 or 5.
p.m. Once my contractions broke, instantly, like, the pain was so severe, and it was like a pop, or I heard a pop, and then it was like a gush of fluid. It was so painful, and they brought me back to the bed, and then they set me up, and at that point I was pretty scared. I don't know how you felt. How'd you feel?
A little excited. I was a little excited and scared. Yeah, I mean, when it all started happening, it just felt so quick. Felt quick. I was worried. I didn't know what was going to happen.
My anxiety instantly got high, and I couldn't calm myself down. I felt like I couldn't keep up with the contractions. I was always a contraction behind, so I was starting to really worry. So I asked to go in the shower, and they put me on an exercise ball in the shower, and John held... What are you doing? Oh, I thought that was eyeshadow. And he was putting the water with the shower head on my back, and I was freaking out, yelling at him. I don't know if you remember, but I remember it vividly. I was just like freaking out, and I couldn't catch my breath.
I wasn't doing anything right.
Yeah, no, you were. It was just, I was in so much pain, and I couldn't keep myself together. I felt like no one could help me, and it was just me in that battle. Basically, it's the hardest experience you'll ever go through. Well, I forgot to mention that before I went in the shower, they checked me, and I was 7 centimeters dilated, and said that I had about an hour until I would be pushing and be 10 centimeters. I was like, oh, I don't need the epidural at the beginning, and I thought that I could do it on my own, but at the time I didn't really realize that no one's gonna win a reward for like being natural or doing it naturally or getting the epidural. So I really wanted to do it by myself. I went in the shower, and at that point I really needed the anesthesiologist to come. I said it right. I waited about 30 minutes for him to come. In that 30 minutes, I was like trying to get comfy in the bed and tackle these contractions. It was really hard, so I ended up throwing up, and I just kept asking, when is he coming? When is he coming? Do you
Constantly.
remember? Do you remember?
Constantly asking, and they're getting, I don't know if they're getting annoyed, but you're just constantly asking, they're coming soon, like, he's coming soon, he's coming soon. When is he coming?
I feel like I was getting pushy about it,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it hurt so bad. I just couldn't take it. So then he came in and he put the catheter or epidural catheter in my back, and it wasn't that bad like after the numbing shot. The numbing shot was kind of like how you go to the dentist and you get a shot in your mouth. It's like a little prick and then it's numb. I didn't even feel the epidural catheter go in my back. It was just a little bit of pressure. Hi, Bailey. She came to say hi. So once they were doing the epidural, I was trying to battle contractions, and I probably had about 3 or 4 contractions. They were so close together, just waiting for the epidural to go in. And once they finished, they laid me back, and I was laying there, and I could still feel the contractions a little bit. I felt like almost like the epidural was just wearing off. I ended up hitting the button because the epidural wasn't really working that well, and the button sent more pain reliever medicine through my back, and at that point I couldn't feel anything from my waist down. My it was my chin that was wicked itchy. I kept going like, because I literally felt like so numb that I didn't even want to raise my arms or anything. Are you trying to put on blush? Or make me look like a clown? So I was just laying there and trying not to itch myself. Then the doctor came back in and she checked me and said that I was ready to push. So John went up and he held my leg, and then another nurse held my other leg because I tried to hold my legs up and they literally were just like falling all over the place. Do you remember that? I just felt like everything was really funny. I just couldn't control myself. She told me to start pushing, and literally I put like so much energy into it that I only had to push her for 2 minutes, or not 2 minutes, jeez, that'd be crazy, 20 minutes. And she said it's one of the fastest she's ever seen for first-time moms. Usually she said that it takes like 10 to 14 hours. And I asked if I could see Jaina as she was coming out, so they brought a little mirror and they set it up at the end of the bed so I could see. You saw more than I did though down there. Tell them what happened.
When she was pushing, when Jaina's head started to crown and everything, once the head came out, the whole body just kind of, like once you got past the shoulders, the whole body just flew right out. That's how I saw it, that's what I remember. She just flew right out of there.
You're like a cannon. She actually was 7 pounds, 12 ounces.
Yeah.
It's really late, sorry, I can't really remember. It's definitely 7 pounds, 12 ounces though. How am I looking, guys? Oh god. Here comes the lipstick. Tastes good. It was such a beautiful moment after she came out and they placed her on my chest. It's literally, like, I want to cry. It's like unbelievable. It's something that is once in a lifetime that you have with that child, and it's irreplaceable. She was the cutest thing ever. She had like this little whimper cry, And I'm really glad that it was just me and John in the delivery room. It was a really intimate family moment.
For me, it was like such a long time coming. I was really excited. It's when I got to see her and hold her and like watching her do skin to skin. Really amazing experience.
She was 19 inches long, and she was one of those babies that you don't have to pretend is cute. How do I look?
Beautiful.
So then John had his parents come in after I think it was 2 hours, right?
Yeah.
After 2 hours. I'll let him tell you what happened.
So I had this plan that I was gonna propose to her after, and I got the ring about like 2 weeks before, and I told my dad to keep it in his jacket. So when he came in, we were gonna do a like. I was gonna tell him to take a picture, but he was actually taking a video of me, Emily, and Jaina. He was taking a video, and Emily had no idea even what was going on.
Yeah, literally, like, I was so wrapped up in
She was
Jaina.
oblivious.
Yeah, that I didn't even know that he got down on one knee.
Yeah, she was just looking at the camera, smiling, and I'm just there. But I mean, I was a little nervous, so it was very quiet. But I didn't say it loud enough. But
I still heard him. He was like, "Will you marry me?" And I was like, "Yeah." But it was definitely one of the best days of my life. It was the best day. I think that day was one to remember, and I wouldn't change it for the world.
yeah, I wouldn't change it at all. It was amazing.
So that's it for my birth story. Probably didn't get it right because of all that was going on, but it
Well,
was a still fun video.
One thing I didn't want to mention is like after the whole thing was after she like gave birth and then she passed cool, like it was a little scary because she passed a blood clot that was like it was huge.
Yeah, like, I was dying. No, I'm kidding.
I thought
It
she was dying. I was like, is that
Yeah,
normal? It was
like-
really
He said it was the size of the placenta.
yeah, and it was just a bubble of just blood, and it sounds a little gross, but it was scary.
Yeah, kind of a TMI, but whatever. You gotta know the truth about delivering a human. A little human. So that's about it. I hope you liked this video. If you did, subscribe and like below. And thanks for reading my video. Love you.
Me too. You guys have a good night.
This is what I look like.
I did a pretty
Bye,
good job.
guys.